Am I live? Am I live? Let me check. If I am, hello everyone. Welcome to my 300 sub stream. God, it's weird to think I have 300 subs. I don't know. I started like 4 months ago. Now, as you can tell, I'm not in my usual setup. Currently, actually in a bathroom. You can see some of the towels over there. And it is unbelievably hot in here. But yeah, I'm here because I am not back home. I am away for the summer, and I will be doing my streams in here because this is the best place where I can be quiet. So yeah, hello everyone. I just want to chat Star Wars for an hour. Say thank you for 300 subs. You know, it's crazy. It is 4 months ago. No, not even 4 months ago. Way about 4 months ago, I started my channel. I was a little iffy on it. You know, I was kind of scared, a little nervous. You know, again, putting your opinions out there isn't the easiest thing to do. But here I am, and I have people watching and supporting me. It's the greatest thing. I'm so grateful for all of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. And also, I got rid of my StreamYard Premium because streaming once a month, paying $25 for that isn't really worth it. So let me read some comments. You're first at 553. Thank you for being first. What up, Dungan Dungeon? Oh, I can't speak. My boy Griffin, he's been getting a lot of subs recently, so let's keep that streak going. If you aren't subscribed to him already, he is a good friend, and please subscribe to him. He makes really good collectible videos. I have waited a long time for this moment. Welcome back, Master Fortnite. You always show up for my streams. Thank you so much. My little gold friends. I get a gold. 1:30 in the morning. Well, thank you for tuning in. That was 25 minutes ago. I hope you're still here, but if not, still thank you. I really appreciate that. Thank you, Michael. Always great seeing you. Thank you. I'm trying to catch up because I want to get to the live comments. What up, Brian? It's good to see you as always. Thank you. Thank you. Yes, please smash that like button. It really helps. Let's see where I'm at right now. I can't tell. All right, let me catch up. I'm not going to lie. I do have my iPad over there so I can like see how it's live. Also, you know, having one extra viewer doesn't hurt. Thank you. Thank you. All right, I'm just going to catch up. So I saw a comment about the last shit I wanted to talk about. Yes. You know the music that plays when Luke walks out onto the battlefield and crate? That's stuck in my head right now. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, it's beautiful. I love that part, but it's the best of a good movie, though. Tross is better. I'm glad you love Tross so much. I love Tross, Rise of Skywalker. That's just how I say it. Correct until 100. Thank you so much, Senator Lot. Yo, yo, yo. That's me. Thank you. Thank you. What's up? I am sweating because it is very hot in here. Love your headphones. I have the same ones. These are Bose, I believe. They're like $300. They're very nice. Thank you for coming, Cameron. Congrats, man. You deserve it. Thank you so much. I'm not sure if I deserve it, but you guys seem to enjoy my content, and I really appreciate you guys tuning in. Thanks, Brigham. Good to see you. Yes, seeing Dungan Dungeon here is amazing. I'll be honest, Griffin. It's not easy to say your name. I love this little community in the fandom with the Goldman, Stars Only, Daddy Lunga, Dungan Dungeon. Yes, it is a wonderful community. I'm not sure we're all united, but these are all good friends. Subscribe to everyone who's mentioned here, by the way. They're all good friends. Congrats on 300 subs. I'm back here. Oh, Giants fan, welcome back. You were there for my Clone Wars streams. Thank you so much for tuning in. God, I have a lot of people here. 1:30. God, you guys checking out my channel at 1:30? Jeez. Thank you, though. I guess I have a lot of, not sure if it's European, non-American viewers. But thank you. Thank you guys for tuning in. What's up? Not much. I'm away for the summer, but that doesn't mean I'm going to stop making content. I'll be honest, I've been a little lazy. I did have a video planned today. It was going to be my first thoughts on Star Wars Squadrons, but it was a pretty lazy video, and I didn't want to post some lazy content. But if someone asks, I will give my thoughts on the Star Wars Squadrons. But yeah, I am going to try and stick to my 3 videos a week schedule. Sunday, Tuesday, and Thursday at 1 p.m. Eastern time. That is my goal. Congrats, man. Thank you very much. Do you like craft beer? I do. I am quite the alcoholic. If you knew me in real life, you would know. I'm not actually an alcoholic. Don't quote me on that. I always say Joss. Yeah, I don't know. For me, when I see acronyms for certain movies, if I can spell out the word, like I just in my head I say Tross. Like for Revenge of the Sith, I say Rots. It's a weird habit. Thanks, man. It's good seeing you. so nice that you guys like really enjoy my content. I really do put a lot of work into it, and I'm glad you guys enjoy it. I want to make the Star Wars community a better place. You know, the sequels are over. People have been crapping on them for the past 2 years now since Episode 8. If I can just make people enjoy them even that much more, not even the sequels, all of Star Wars. If I can make them enjoy it a little more, then that's all I want. When did you first get into Star Wars? And what was the first Star Wars movie you ever saw? See, I cannot answer that question because I was too young. I do not remember. My earliest Star Wars memory is I was playing with toys, and my mom is the one who introduced me to Star Wars. My dad actually has never seen any of the movies. I know it's weird, right? And I remember she showed me the movies, and I remember seeing all the VHS tapes, and I saw 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6, and I was like, "Mommy, where's Episode 3?" And she had to explain to me that it was like prequels, and I was too young, I didn't understand. But I do not remember like my first Star Wars experience. It's just been with me my whole life. Congrats, Goldman. I love watching your videos and watching you work hard. Much love, man. Thank you, Drew. I love you, brother. You're a great friend. Love you. I'm not a lightweight. I can handle my alcohol. Your lazy videos have the quality of most people's good videos. My laziest video was the update video. Like I was just so lazy, and I don't even remember what I was gonna post. I think I was gonna do the Last Jedi Bombers video. I got lazy. But I'm glad that you enjoy my lazy videos. I believe that's the only one that's really lazy. Some are shorter than others, like the Forces of Destiny one, the Palpatine one, the High Republic one. Those are shorter, but I still do put a decent amount of effort into those videos. Decent amount, not as much as say the Rey ones I've been doing recently. Because if I make a video on Rey, I do try to put my all out because Rey is one of my favorite characters. Thank you, Griff. What do you think of the new Star Wars Squadrons game? Thank you for asking. I wrote the whole script on this. So I'll be honest, the storyline or the era of the campaign that it seems to be in, I just have very little interest in. The 1 year after Return of the Jedi, between the Battle of Endor and the Battle of Jakku, it just doesn't interest me anymore. It did at first, but I've read the Aftermath trilogy, I've read Shattered Empire, I've played Battlefront 2. There's just not that much there to excite me anymore. I'll still play it. I'm still looking forward to it. But the campaign doesn't really excite me that much. But the multiplayer does. Even though I'm not much of a pilot, the concept of a game that's 5v5 that's really competitive, if it's just like one of my other favorite games, Rainbow Six Siege. Yeah, I really like competitive games, and like if I get really angry at a game, that means I love it. I just want to devote like my energy into a game. And I hope that Squadrons is really competitive in that nature. We like plan out certain strategies. I hope it's like that. If it's just like Battlefront 2, then I'll barely play it, but I really hope it's something competitive. I think it's gonna be special. You know, if they're making a whole game devoted to fighter pilots, I think they'll do something with a lot of effort. Although it being first person does scare me. Hopefully I don't throw up. I also want to make the Star Wars fandom a better place. I just need to start a channel. I don't care at all what people think. I'm just only on a phone. I can't edit. You know, just make content. You know, you don't want to make excuses. I've made excuses in the past, and if I hadn't, I could have started my channel a year earlier. But here I am now. I just say go for it, dude. I will support you. You've been one of my biggest supporters, and I will support you too. East money. First one I ever saw was A New Hope. I think my uncle gave them on DVD. I saw Revenge of the Sith in 2005 when someone gave it to me for Christmas. You know, I have the briefest memory of seeing Revenge of the Sith in theaters. I don't know why. I just have a memory of watching the opening battle, like the Battle of Coruscant. I don't remember the rest of the movie. That is another one of my earliest Star Wars memories. Do you own any VHS Star Wars movies? I do not. I know it is a shame. I do like collecting stuff like that. I used to have them. My mom must have given them away. My neighbor had them, and I tried to buy it off him, but he said no. They are collectibles. I love Rey too. She's the most underrated character in Star Wars. Hot take. What's your least favorite core saga film? I assume you mean just saga film. Phantom Menace, easily. It's not even close. Like, it's not even close. I find a decent amount to enjoy in Attack of the Clones. Phantom Menace is like, but I'm not here to talk about what I dislike. I love the era in between Endor and Jakku. I love that era in the Empire Warlords. I would too, but if it was longer, like if it wasn't 1 year, I'd be more interested in it, but there's just not much there. That's just me. I don't know. I'm glad you love that era though, and I really hope you're excited for the game. I think Star Wars Squadrons does have the potential for having a really passionate niche audience. I hope it does, and I hope I'm part of it. But I'm not gonna openly just say I love the game if I don't. I'll be honest. I hope I love it. I'll go in with an open mind, and let's see. Do it, Michael. Yes, do it, Michael. Easy money. I miss you. Easy money. Do it. Maybe I don't know where to start though. I'm terrible at technology. Learn. You have YouTube, free resource. And I know it's easier said than done. I'm just saying learn it. Don't do what makes you happy, Michael. That's the most important thing. That's the one piece of advice I can give is do what makes you happy, and don't listen to what anyone else says. If they try to tell you not to do what makes you happy. I should word my sayings better. What is your favorite of the 9 movies? Empire Strikes Back. It's one of the best movies ever. I have a Mount Rushmore of 5 movies. I tried to take only one from a certain franchise. In no particular order, by the way. We got Empire Strikes Back, Return of the King, Lord of the Rings, The Dark Knight, Shawshank Redemption, and WALL-E. Yes, I think WALL-E is one of the best movies ever made. Hello, Tech Solo, standing by. Good seeing you, man. Favorite animated character? Ahsoka. And then Kanan is a close second. Will you ever make a video about Poe Dameron? Maybe. There's not much to say about Poe. I don't particularly care for the character. He's fun. Oscar Isaac's a handsome dude. But probably not, to be honest. There's not much for me to say about Poe. I made a video about Finn. It's actually one of my least popular videos. But yeah, I don't think I'll make a video about Poe. I don't have an Xbox, etc. I don't play video games. That's unfortunate. Yeah, let's say get the new consoles, but they're like $700. I might get the Xbox, by the way. I'm not part of the console wars, so I'm not like anti-PS4, PS5, anti-PlayStation. All my friends play Xbox, so that's why I have Xbox. I hope I'm not too behind on the comments. Crap, I am. Rogue Squadron was my favorite. Never played it. Are you collecting the Marvel run of the Star Wars comics? Some of them. I stopped recently because I'm just not that interested in comics, but I have collected some. I know Star Wars Celebration has been in 2020, but probably not. If they announce one in 2022, that means they're probably not going to have one in 2021, unfortunate. I know it's off topic. I'm sorry you don't want to discuss non-Star Wars, man. Just a quick question. What are your thoughts on The Last of Us? Have you played it? I have not played it. I want to, though. And I am unfamiliar with all the drama around the second one. Is it because she's gay? I don't know. Hi, all. What up, Irish? Good seeing you. Favorite Star Wars YouTubers? I'll go with myself. No. Dungan Dungeon. Star Wars only. Those are my friends, so I have to say them. That's a good question. It's weird. I don't watch many like specific Star Wars YouTubers. I do watch some Star Wars Theory here and there. Hello Greedo, I watch him a little bit. I'm definitely missing a few, and it sucks that I can't think of them off the top of my head. But yeah, I make Trek vids. I am not a Trekkie. Congrats on 300 subs. Thank you, Irish. You mentioned to me in private that you don't have any interest in Cobb Vanth. Elaborate on that. Freetown on Tatooine sounds interesting to me. I don't know. The Mandalorian 2 rumors, by the way. I just find it a weird concept that they would bring in Boba Fett's armor and have someone else wear it. I do need to elaborate on that, but I just can't like organize my thoughts right now. I don't know. It's weird. God, there's so many comments. I'm not sure if I'll be able to get them all. Wow, there's 20 people watching. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I really appreciate this. I'm getting overwhelmed. Have you ever heard of the Despecialized editions? I do own them. I illegally downloaded them. I agree with Michael Posendor. I'm glad you love it. I just don't. You're literally doing this on stream. Be careful. I'm ready to clip anything. No chance you're clipping me on stream. No chance. What do you think about next-gen consoles? Probably get them. I'm a Halo fan, so I hope Halo Infinite's good. Yeah. Opinion on Ezra. Ezra is a very inconsistent character. When Ezra is good, I really like him a lot, but when he's not good, I don't. You know, a lot of characters are really not really inconsistent. I feel like Ezra's very inconsistent, but I really love his ending. After Kanan's spoilers, after Kanan's death, I do really think Ezra shines in those last few episodes. Yes, I do like Ezra, but he's inconsistent. I love WALL-E, one of the best films ever made, and Shawshank Redemption is masterful too. Yeah, WALL-E is such a good movie. I haven't watched it in like a decent amount of time, but it is such a good movie. Ender, wait, you only have 317 subscribers? I would have thought you had 1,000 by now. I appreciate that. As much as I would love to have all these subscribers, the base I have right now is really see. It's weird for me to say I have a fan base. Like it just doesn't register up here. But people that support me. So I'm glad that everyone is here. I love all of you. Thank you so much for tuning in. But yeah, I wouldn't mind having 1,000 subscribers. Ouch, Ello, Poe Dameron is actually one of my favorite Star Wars characters. I'm planning on cosplaying him one day. That's cool, man. I'm glad you love Poe. Poe is Poe's just kind of a side character. Like I don't think he should have been at the forefront in Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker. Because I really liked Finn, and I feel like they gave more screen time to Poe, which then decreased the screen time for Finn. So maybe it's a little unfair that I hold that grudge against Poe. I just think he was a little bit overused, but he's a fun character. Do you wish Hayden Christensen and Force Ghost will show up in the Rise of Skywalker? I assume you mean past tense. It would have been nice. It depends. There was that one edit I saw a while ago where they showed the Force Ghosts. It was like a really good edit. If it was like that, then sure. Again, it always depends on the execution. I think I would have liked to, yeah, if it was done right. I don't want them to just show out of the blue. If you want to play video games, you can always do so on PC. I have a Mac, so I'm behind. Was that when I said you're one of my favorite YouTubers? Crap. Goldman's Horror Series always one of the great over my favorites. Hey, thanks, Griff. You're one of my favorites too. Congrats 300. These deserve so much more. Thank you so much. I really appreciate that. My mountain of favorite movies: Revenge of the Sith, The Grand Cruise. I haven't seen the middle three. Yeah, I do. I like the Kill Bill movies though. I find Ezra painfully bland. It's a shame because the show had a lot of good stuff. Yeah, I can see that. I have very mixed feelings in Ezra, but I do love Rebels as a whole. Mostly because of Kanan and Hera and Sabine and all those. If you could change one thing about Luke and Last Jedi, what would it be? Change about that's a hard one. I wish he showed a little more remorse at the death of Han Solo. You know, there was that one deleted scene, sure. I wish he was a little more remorseful about Han's death. Wally's better love story than Twilight? Easily. I think Wally's a better love story than anything in Star Wars. Yeah. Wally's fantastic. I don't care what Shawshank though. Yeah. I hate Ezra in season 1. First half of season 2 is amazing. Yeah. I agree. Do you think that the cameos that are supposedly in Mando season 2 will ruin it? No. I trust Filoni and Favreau to make the proper decisions with these characters. Drunk Q&A when you maybe. Let's get to 1,000 subs first, and then we'll worry about it. What's your favorite moment in the sequel trilogy? Making a video on that soon. The Yoda scene in Last Jedi. Beautiful scene. Just perfect scene. I never liked Finn that much. Poe's definitely the most interesting. Oh, I'm glad you see it that way. I disagree. John's edit at Force Ghost. I don't know if that was the guy's name, but it was a really good edit. What's your favorite John Williams soundtrack? The Force theme. Just a classic. I'm pretty basic. You know, all like the sequel endings, they have the Force theme. I'm a sucker for that. Gotta love the Force theme. What I meant by PC is via services like Steam. I'm not much of a gamer. I play a lot of video games, so I'm not really a gamer. Like I play with my friends. I play casually, except for Rainbow Six Siege. That game pisses me off, and I do need to play that later today because the new season just started. But yeah, I'm not really that much of a gamer. Hope I'm not too behind on the comments, or I think I'm catching up. One flaw I have with the Endor Jakku era is that we probably won't have Legends Thrawn. The Legends Thrawn, a trilogy occurring in that time canon, which sucks. IMO. I'm not a fan of the latter part of that era. Yeah, I mean, I read the Thrawn trilogy. I thought it was really good. I didn't think it was great. You know, people say it's the best books ever. I don't think so. I think Shadows of the Empire is one of the best books. And those are only 4 EU books I've read, by the way. My favorite movies are Castaway, Hangover Part 2, Over the Hedge. You know, one of my closest friends looks like Hammy from Over the Hedge. Guardians 2 and The Godfather. Guardians 2. I've only seen Guardians 2 once. I need to rewatch that. What would your dream Star Wars TV series or trilogy be about? TV series about the sequel trilogy characters after Rise of Skywalker. Now, I'm realistic. They're probably not going to come back, but animated show is ideal. Like I said, honestly, like every time another series comes up, I'm just like, cool. I'm looking forward to it. But I feel like the only thing that can get me really excited is if they announced the sequel trilogy animated show that's not Resistance, the one that takes place after Rise of Skywalker. But yeah, that's my dream project. Thoughts on Mando Season 2 leaks? All the leaks are pretty much just cameos. I don't think there's been any plot leaks, really. I just hope these characters are done right. And as a big Rebels fan, if these characters do show up, like Ahsoka, Sabine, Rex, what's her name? Bo-Katan. If they do show up, it makes me question how's the search for Ezra going? That's a big question. Because that's like the focus of the rumored Rebels sequel show, which I'm actually excited about. So if Ahsoka is with the Mandalorian, it makes me question, okay, did the search for Ezra fail? Do they need to make a stop for some reason? Why are they there? And also, I wonder what the connection is. Probably has to do with Baby Yoda. I mean, there's the Mandalorian connection there, obviously, because you know Siege of Mandalore, but we'll see. What are your thoughts on the video about Filoni saying that stuff in 2016? I say it was stupid, but that was 4 years ago. I'm not sure what you're talking about. I believe I saw people complaining about it. Like Filoni was at a women's conference. You know, I support what Filoni did. I mean, I'm not going to talk like politics, but yeah, I didn't watch it. Do you own any Star Wars vinyls? No, I do not. I also forgot my other favorite movies are Infinity War and Jaws. Both great movies. Infinity War is my second favorite Marvel movie behind Civil War. God, it is so hot in here. Take a quick water break. All right, let me keep on. Thank you guys so much for commenting, by the way. It's really nice. Like, I don't know, it's weird. I'm rushing through some of the comments. I'm slowing down now. I see I caught up. But it's nice that so many people are commenting. Thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate all the questions. Why Rise of Skywalker instead of Between Last Jedi? Great question. Great question. Okay. So I'm a canon junkie. I pretty much know what happens between the movies, for the most part. And the time difference between The Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker is 1 year. So there's not much there. And also you got to look at what happens. Between the end of The Last Jedi and The Rise of Skywalker, the characters are pretty much still in the same place, like in terms of their arcs. Also, it's been established that Rey didn't really go anywhere. She stayed on Ajan Kloss the whole time. There's that one book, Spark of the Resistance, where Rey went on a mission. And I think the Galaxy's Edge storyline where Rey and Kylo meet once. So like the two most important sequel characters meet once in between those films, and like that's been established. And I just don't think you can make 5+ seasons worth of content in that time period. Also, let's be real. The events of The Rise of Skywalker are not as exciting as the events of Revenge of the Sith. So like the Clone Wars, we know that Order 66 happens. We know that the Jedi are going to get killed. We know that Anakin's going to turn. So there's a lot of things to look forward to. And we can see how the characters evolve in that time. But in between 8 and 9, I just don't see that. I just don't see that there's much there to dive into the characters and also the world. Like the Resistance, even at the beginning of The Rise of Skywalker, the Resistance isn't a formidable force. So, you know, Ender, I ask you this. If you were in charge of writing a story between Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker, given the what's been established in the canon, what would you do? Gears. I want a show for the Old Republic, Rebels 2, and about in between Last Jedi and Rise of Skywalker. See, again, so many people say right between 8 and 9, and I just don't see it. I should make a video on that. I just don't see that. I think after Episode 9 is so much more interesting. Yeah, you don't have Ben Solo, but it's still more interesting. Which movie do you prefer more, Alien or The Rise of Skywalker? Alien, you kidding me? Alien and Aliens are two of the best movies ever. I'm a big Alien 3 shill. I really like Alien 3. I know it's not that beloved. Alien Resurrection's hot garbage, though. I honestly never want to watch it again. But it's the Alien trilogy I love a lot. It shocks me that I don't know this by now, but what is your biggest fear? My biggest fear is regret. My biggest fear is that in 50 years, 40 years, 60 years, I look back at my life and I say, I wasted my life doing something that didn't make me happy. That's my biggest fear. That was deep. Pretty sure that vodka was that. Pretty sure that was vodka. It's water. You think I can chug that much vodka? I'm not that good. What are your thoughts on Rey not really being a flawed character? My one issue with Rey, she doesn't seem flawed to me. And therefore, she lacks relatability. I can only find a few flaws in Rise of Skywalker. Rey is so flawed, it's ridiculous. Rey is easily the most insecure Star Wars character. She's always looking towards other people. She has no confidence in herself. She gives into the dark side very easily. If you compare Rey and Luke, Luke's only time he really gets angry is against Vader and Return of the Jedi. But Rey, she's like always angry. She's always emotional. She puts too much faith in other people, and she doesn't realize that she can be the one to save the galaxy, and she doesn't realize that until the end of The Rise of Skywalker. She has no hope in herself, and then it says throughout the trilogy. But Rey is pretty emotionally. She's very insecure about herself. Her relationship with her parents. She believes that her family in Force Awakens. She believes that the only family she has is with her parents. She doesn't believe that she can find family elsewhere. Yes, Rey is so flawed. So flawed. Watch my videos. I made like 3 about Rey. I need to see the Grand Budapest Hotel. I probably do. Are you interested in doing other content like Marvel? No, I'm not. Maybe someday. But yeah, my niche is Star Wars. I don't know much about Marvel. I've seen all the movies. I don't read any comics. I'm not really that opinionated on them. I've only seen a few of them numerous times. So yeah, no. Star Wars is my thing. Star Wars is what makes me happy. Has a movie ever made you cry? Hachi. That's where the dog dies. That made me cry. I got a little emotional at the end of The Rise of Skywalker. I don't know why. Even though I read the leaks, just seeing Tatooine there did make me a little emotional. I've teared up though. You know what's weird? I think this is just because I've become a bit more of an empathetic person. I rewatched Rebels and I cried at the end. I was just like, I don't know, just seeing Ezra like almost spoiler alert, seeing Ezra like not reject his parents but say thank you and his goodbye message and him sacrificing himself. I just think that's so emotional. Yeah. So if that counts, I know it's a show, but that counts. That's actually true, bro. I never thought about that stretch. The movies. Yeah. See, thank you. Have you seen Breaking Bad? Best show ever. Finished it recently, and it was the best piece of art I've ever seen. It's perfect in every way, in my opinion. I definitely recommend it. Absolutely. I love Better Call Saul too, but I haven't seen season 5, so no spoilers. Tross is better than Alien. I'm glad you love Rise of Skywalker that much. That makes me happy. So even though I like Rise of Skywalker a lot. I don't think it's a particularly good movie, but I really like it. I can like movies that I don't think are particularly good. But when other people talk about how much they loved Rise of Skywalker, it makes me so happy. I'm just glad that the movie has a big fan base. I agree, post Rise of Skywalker is way more interesting than between 8 and 9. I'm not a big fan of the sequels, but I'm interested to see what happens after Rise of Skywalker. Me too. And it's okay that you're... Actually, I didn't know that you weren't a big fan of the sequels and you support my channel that much. Thank you, man. I really appreciate that. Did Palpatine's Sonya really any skill? He got taken out pretty easily. Yeah. Palpatine's end was not the best. But I'm so behind. I don't know what you're laughing at, but I'm glad you're laughing. I love the Alien franchise and Prometheus. Oh, I don't like Prometheus that much. But I think Alien Covenant is hot garbage movie. Hey, dude, how you doing? I'm sweating a lot, but I'm having a great time. I love talking to you guys. It's great. And also, I have a lot of people showing up. Thank you so much. Did I forget miss the stream? What stream? My favorite TV franchise show? Favorite TV franchise show? I'm not sure what you mean. My favorite TV shows are Breaking Bad and Game of Thrones. But like, if it's part of a franchise, I'm not sure what you mean. Come on. Your philosophy on fear and regret is so similar to mine. I can relate to. I'm glad someone shares. Yeah, I think regret is easily my biggest fear. I could have things about Rey. Thank you. Order 66 made me cry. It's definitely more emotional than in the movies, or in the Clone Wars than in the movies. Hot take, I don't think the Order 66 scene is that emotional in Revenge of the Sith. Just seeing a bunch of no names die. I mean, I know their names, but in the movies you don't. Seeing them all die doesn't really get me emotional. Hot take. I second that recommendation to watch. I will. Great points on Rey's flaws. Fair enough. I definitely see that now. I saw your Rey videos. I did agree with them fully. You sway me more and more like in a Rey. See, Rey is so underrated. It bothers me that so many people like hate her. You know, it's okay not liking a character, obviously, but so many people passionately dislike her. And it's because she's so strong with the Force. I mean, obviously, it's not the only reason, but I don't know. I love Rey. Who do you prefer as a better performance? Oh, Matt Lanter. Are you kidding me? Hayden Christensen, poor guy. I mean, Attack of the Clones. No, Matt Lanter. Matt Lanter. Were there any movies that made you go, holy bleep, in the theaters? Rise of Skywalker. I saw the movie in IMAX, and I saw it with one of my good buddies. I've seen the movie 5 times. And one of the times we saw it in IMAX, and I sat in the back corner right next to the giant speakers. And when Palpatine shot his lightning into the sky, my seat started shaking. It was so funny. Also, there's that really funny meme where they base boost his lightning in Return of the Jedi. It was just perfect. Yes, that time. Any other time? Oh, Last Jedi. When I saw Last Jedi the first time, that was the most interesting viewing experience I've ever had with a movie. The only time my mouth has ever literally dropped while watching something was when Leia started flying in space. Because the scene was a little weird, but yes, that's the only time I've legitimately went. Watching Civil War made me cry. Seeing Shield break up. Shield broke up in Winter Soldier. Are you talking about the Avengers? Have you seen Ozark? I have not. I cannot believe I missed this thanks stream. What do you mean? You're right here. You're not missing the stream. I have now started Better Call Saul. It's amazing. I'm so glad you like Breaking Bad. I've seen it twice. It is so good. It is so good. My philosophy on life is similar. I don't want to go into politics. I want to go into politics. Are really making a difference. I'm 2020. Sorry, I couldn't help it. I just want to be forgotten. Not make a difference. Don't want to be forgotten. I have no biases against anyone with any political leanings. You support whoever you want, and I support you. I support you in your ability to support wherever you want. What are your thoughts on the recent Mandalorian leaks? I hope it's done well. I'm curious. I'm very curious. The first time I watched Rise of Skywalker, I was in a casino in Vegas that reeked, and I had a bad headache. It really affected my enjoyment of it. Yeah, seeing a movie when you're in like just not a good mental place is not a good idea. My bad. Typos, Palpatine's son, I meant to say. Oh, Palpatine's son being a clone? I don't like talking about that. Yes, I'm not a big fan of the sequels, but I still love your takes on it. I really agree with all your videos, and you have honestly made me appreciate the sequel trilogy so much more. So thanks to you. That's my goal. I just want people to appreciate the movies more. I don't want people to necessarily change their opinions. If you dislike the movies, you have your reasons. I'm sure they're valid. Obviously, there's a few that are stupid, like the bombs dropping in space. But yeah, if you appreciate them more because of me, that means that genuinely, from the bottom of my heart, means the world to me. So thank you. Ray is freaking awesome. I'll actually, you know how I have the cutout of Claude? I might get a Ray one. Problem is, I'm not sure if I can fit both of them in my apartment. So we'll see. Sorry for commenting so much. Do not apologize for commenting so much. I really love it. I'm very talkative and I love hearing your thoughts. I'm going to relax. No, please keep commenting. I love reading your comments. Best Order 66 scene is in Fallen Order. I'm thinking between that or Clone Wars. It was definitely both are really, really good. I say Clone Wars is. I don't know, just seeing Rex saying like fives, like kind of trying to fight his programming. I think that's what made it so great. I'd have to go with the Clone Wars, but Fallen Order is definitely a close second. Other favorite franchises other than Star Wars, Lord of the Rings. I am not a Harry Potter fan. I haven't seen any of the movies since they came out. I don't hate Harry Potter. I just haven't seen them in a long time. Marvel, the Alien franchise. I don't want to say I'm a DC fan, but I really liked Wonder Woman. And I'm happy that the Snyder Cut's a thing. I still need to see BVS Ultimate Edition though. My mouth dropped out of shock when Palpatine's lightning happened. It was just yeah, that was crazy. Part of me wished I hadn't read the leaks, but part of me is glad I did. Because I feel like if I saw Ray Palpatine for the first time, I would have been pretty pissed. But I was able to prepare myself mentally for it. So and I'm fine with it now. I still will always prefer Ray Nobody, but I don't hate Ray Palpatine. Do you think that maybe instead of bringing Palpatine back, they should have made Kylo the main villain of The Last Skywalker? No, or maybe. I believe that it is a fundamental importance that Kylo Ren be redeemed. So if he could be the main villain and still be redeemed, then yes. But in that case, I don't know. I always think like the Snoke death was so great, but then it does leave that vacancy in Episode 9. Again, if they just planned these movies, if they hinted at Palpatine's return, then I think it could have worked really well. Because if they announced, say, in Episode 7 that Palpatine was back, back then people weren't angry, they wouldn't care. I feel like the reason now it's so hated is because just the nature of the fandom. But I do think I feel like in hindsight, if Palpatine's return was planned out, I feel like I could have accepted it more. I don't think it ruins Vader's sacrifice though. I admire and relate to your positivity. Positivity is the most important thing you can have. It is. That's how you be a significantly happier person. Don't fight what you hate, save what you love. Meant shows based off of other media like Game of Thrones, Witcher. So what do you think of season 8? It's unfortunate. I really, even in the worst things I see, I try to see the best of it. Season 8, it just, it makes me upset. Like, I went into the show loving Jamie so much, and they've ruined his character in the matter of like 30 scenes. How much you know about KOTOR? Almost nothing. Has the twist been spoiled for you that Revan is or that the main character is Revan? Yes. If not, I would recommend playing that and streaming. I would love to watch that. LOL. I don't have the means of streaming video games right now because I don't have a capture card. I did it once and it was really laggy, but I do one day. Once, definitely not this summer, because this summer, I'm just not in the best situation to stream. I'm not showing people game in the bathroom, and yes, I am in the bathroom. But yeah, I will play it one day. I know you've been bugging me about that. I will play it one day, just not anytime soon. Even though the Sacred Trilogy is my least favorite trilogy, your videos have made me appreciate them a lot more and understand why other fans like them. Love your content. Thank you so much. Again, that's all I want to do. I want people to appreciate them more. Sequel trilogy is one of my favorites. If it's not your favorite, that's cool. I think a lot of people who don't like the prequels underestimate how much their fans love it. And I can relate to that. I'm a prequel kid. I grew up with the prequels. I grew up with the Clone Wars. As I've grown older, my view of them has decreased a little bit, but I still respect the hell out of all three of those movies. George Lucas created something special with them. It might not be the best movies, but I think in hindsight, what he created is more important than making genuine good films. If you made good films that were forgettable, if you made good films that didn't last, I need to figure this better. Because I don't want to say making good films isn't the best idea. Because obviously you want to make the best films. But I feel like George Lucas at the end of the day succeeded with the prequels. He has a strong fan base of those movies. It inspired a whole new generation of people, of kids. And at the end of the day, that's what's most important, that you inspire kids to do the right thing. That's more important than making a good movie, in my opinion. Inspiring people. Of course, man, it's no problem at all. I love supporting your content, and your channel is absolutely amazing. But thank you so much for making me appreciate the sequels more. It means the world to me, man. Thank you for the nice comments. I really appreciate it, man. It's so nice reading that. Thank you. Thank you. Have you looked into Duel of the Fates? I have the PDF. I have not read it. If not, Duel of the Fates podcast is recording. I do want to watch that. Duel of the Fates, I've obviously heard the outlines. I'm not, again, everything matters in execution. There's certain things I like. I think they really handled Finn well in that script. Rey, I think they did a decent job with Rey. Kylo, I forget if they really redeemed him or not. The Rey and Poe romance is a huge no. But yeah, I have mixed feelings about Duel of the Fates. All right, catch you later. I got test study for. Congrats on 300. Really proud of you, bro. Thanks, Chris. Good luck on your test. I think Palpatine being in Rise of Skywalker is necessary to close out the saga with its main villain. I don't think it's necessary. I think it had the potential of being really good if it was planned out. I don't want to be one of those people that just complains about it being not planned. But at the end of the day, the sequel trilogy's biggest flaw is that it wasn't planned. And something like The Rise of Skywalker, if they planned out Palpatine, I feel like that really could have helped. I still stand by that Episode 8, I think, was a good continuation of Episode 9. I don't really see... Obviously, they're two very different movies, but I never saw Rian Johnson ignoring what JJ did. I feel like he took it in a different direction, but I feel like he honestly built off the characters in the best way he could. Obviously, he could have done much better with Finn, but at least he made an attempt to really build off Finn's character, unlike Rise of Skywalker. Thank you. I'm glad you don't mind. I'll keep commenting. What do you think will happen to Cad Bane? It's a shame he didn't get his story closed. I don't mind our characters like that. I just don't particularly care. Like, he was a really cool, badass character. I know he died in one of the unfinished episodes that I'm not sure if that's canon or not. I'm curious. If he showed up one day, I'd be happy to see him. He'd be old, though, if he showed up, depending on the storyline. Do you think Anakin should have been in the sequels? As a Force ghost in the end, sure. But besides that, no. I mean, obviously, you don't want to resurrect him. Resurrecting characters is a terrible idea. Terrible idea unless your name is Darth Maul. Positivity really is the strongest thing. Thank you for believing in that. I completely agree, and it's something I live every day. I'm glad you share the same view as me. Got it. Can you tell how much I'm sweating right now? It is ridiculous. I'll keep on going for another 20 minutes. I want to do an hour. And if you guys keep commenting, I'll keep answering. So again, just thank you so much, guys, for being here. Especially you, Griffin. Yes, I'm in the bathroom. You can hear the sink right now. Yes. If I'll send you a picture later. My setup is ridiculous. Like right now, I have my mic on the bookshelf with the Lord of the Rings books, or like a little stand with the Lord of the Rings books. Yeah. and like all my toothbrushes is like everywhere. It's really messy. And they're the towels I showed that earlier. But yes, I'm in a bathroom, and it is so hot in here. Like about how to start a channel and such. Not sure what you mean. Am I really that behind? I think I'm behind. I do agree that Palpatine did come out of nowhere. He did, and it's unfortunate. But at the end of the day, I'm willing to accept the sequel trilogy's flaws as part of the story. You know, when a movie first comes out, it doesn't officially register like, oh, this is the official Star Wars story. But I'm accepting it more. Like Palpatine, he's in the sequels. I may not have liked how it was executed, but at the end of the day, I will try and appreciate certain aspects of it. I appreciate the lightning scene, obviously. I appreciate the Rey Force Ghost thing. I really like that. Also, Ian McDermott's just the best. Also, the opening few minutes is really cool. It's just so like sinister, and the way Palpatine does those different voices, I really like that. Palpatine: The Rise of Skywalker was good, not as good as Revenge, but easily second best. More than Return of the Jedi. And anything that has to do with the throne room scene in Return of the Jedi is probably my favorite Star Wars. So I would disagree with you there. But how about this? Palpatine in Episode 3 is definitely top tier Star Wars. That's easily the best part about Episode 3, to me at least, is Palpatine. Palpatine's the only thing in the prequels I can say is like has very few flaws. I don't think he has any flaws, honestly. I have nothing bad to say about Palpatine. Maybe his lightsaber fighting is a little silly, but that's so minor. Have you seen the 2D anime Clone Wars series? I have not. I want to. And if so, what do you think how compares? I haven't. I want to though. It's so weird. There's so many things I haven't seen. Fun fact: I have never seen Spaceballs. I know, right? It's like I'm such a big Star Wars fan. People expect me to see all these things, and I haven't. Like I haven't played KOTOR. I've played barely any Star Wars games. Yeah, I have not seen the Tarkovsky. I believe that's his name. Gennady Tarkovsky. I believe that's his name. I have not seen it. What kind of Star Wars game would you like to see in the future? And do you think EA should keep the exclusive rights? I do not think EA should keep the exclusive rights, but if Squadrons goes well, I think they should keep some of it. I think they redeemed themselves a little bit with Battlefront 2. Obviously, there's those trust issues, but with Squadrons, the rumors coming out, you know, even if it's just not a great game, I'd prefer that over what they had with Battlefront 2 at first. You know, I can accept a bad game. What I don't accept is trying to manipulate your base for money. So yeah. So I do think that other companies should have the rights to make Star Wars games. What do I want to see? I did propose the idea of a Finn game where after Rise of Skywalker, Finn goes on his like Force journey and becoming a Jedi, and it will kind of redeem his character a little bit because that's what should have happened. So I think that's a really good idea. A Finn game that's like Jedi Fallen Order. And no one's ever thought of that. If that happens, I'm gonna take credit for it. Do you want further explanation on Snoke? No. I love the idea that he was a failed vessel for Palpatine. Actually, not take it back. Sure. I mean, he's a clone for Palpatine. Was he a vessel or a clone? We'll see. You know, sure. I do want more. Any sequel trilogy lore building, I'm fine with because there isn't much to begin with. Gotta go now. See ya. Thank you, Ender, so much for coming. I appreciate it. See you later. Thank you. If you don't mind me asking, how did you meet Star Wars Only and Dungan Dungeon? So I owe a lot of credit to Mad Max. So I started watching his channel sometime in January. And I don't know, even though, you know, it's funny, Mad Max was a boycotter of Rise of Skywalker. So it's weird that someone like me and him become good friends. But so I met Dungan Dungeon reached out to me first, I believe. I just want to talk because we were in the Grey Order. So he reached out to me and we kind of just clicked. He's a really chill dude. And how did I meet Star Wars Only? So here's actually a story I want to talk about. So I might be behind in the comments. So if you guys can hold up on comments for a few minutes, that'd be great. So I met Star Wars Only once on Mad Max's stream, sometime in March or April. I didn't really talk to him. I just said, it was nice meeting you and la-di-da. So then came the May the 4th. And I got to give credit to the Great Council, Darth Lunga. So he organized a May the 4th stream or a marathon where a bunch of channels would be part of this and stream 1 hour per day. And I have to be on it. I was early on in the day, and I saw that Star Wars Only was on there. And, you know, it's a little intimidating. Back then, I had just over 100 subs, and Star Wars Only was this guy with 55K. So it's intimidating. And I wanted to DM him on Twitter. I was nervous. I was like, I don't know, because it's weird to ask. You know, it's not always just like, oh, hey, can I pop up on your stream? So I asked him, I kind of manned up. I was just like, what's the worst that can happen? He says no. So I asked him, I was like, hey, dude, can I be on your stream? He's like, yeah, sure. He's a chill dude. So we talked, and I guess his fans really responded to it. So then he came to me and Lunga, and he's like, hey, I really like the talk we had. Let's make this a weekly thing. And I was shocked. I went from like barely knowing the guy to being someone that's like consistently on his channel. And it's a weird thing, but I'm so grateful. It always, that's a prime example of just trying to push yourself out of your comfort zone. Something might be scary. It's like something with the girls, right? Ask out a girl. Like, what's the worst that can happen? You might be embarrassed for a day, even less. But at the end of the day, I think it's important that you try to push yourself out of your comfort zone. And I did that when I asked Star Wars Only, and the best case scenario happened. And I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful to him. So yeah, that's how I met Star Wars Only. I met Goldman through mutual friends. Check out my channel if you haven't already. Yes, check out his channel. I would post a link, but if I want to type my computer, I have to go like this, and I really don't want to. But yes, go check out Dungan Dungeon's channel and subscribe to him. Get him to 1K. I'm not sure if you're at 600 yet, but you're close. Palpatine is the best ever. Who's your favorite villain? Vader. Yeah, Palpatine would have been a lot better if he was planned. The lack of planning and the missed opportunity of reuniting the trio. See, again, I'm stuttering. Han and Luke not seeing each other in the sequels doesn't bother me, because at the end of the day, I feel like they both served their roles in the trilogy. Would it have been nice to see them together? Absolutely. At the end of the day, I think what we got was special. Oops. Are you a gold digger? No. Sorry, no, I won't. The Goldman is your channel name. Have you heard of the canceled Darth Maul game? I think so. Not a fan. Darth Maul, like up until the Clone Wars, I feel like Darth Maul is just such a boring character. Again, I have a lot of concepts I just don't like, but again, it could be executed really well, and then I would love it. Hope I'm not too behind. At Dungan Dungeon, oh, that's great. Thank you for telling me, man. Yes, I've checked out your channel. I watch your videos on the regular with the bell on. Yes, turn the bell on. Keep up the amazing work. Thank you so much. Yes, thank you for supporting my good friend. I also started watching Max in January. That's how we initially met. LOL. Yeah. Let's see. Oh, I'm catching up. Do you think there'll be a new galactic government? Do you think there'll be a new galactic government, a new Jedi Order afterwards, after the Rise of Skywalker? At the end of the movie, we don't see a new Republic or Jedi Order. See, that's an interesting thing. I do not know. I'm curious to see what will happen. Obviously, Rey has to do something, so we'll see. Star Wars Only is a good channel. Yeah, he's a really chill dude. Have you seen Hannibal? I'm halfway through. I don't watch many shows. I'm so boring. I'm currently watching Legend of Korra because I watched Avatar. I loved it. So yeah, I'm right now watching Legend of Korra. I'm towards the end of season 2, and I like it a lot. Obviously not as good as Avatar, but I do really like Legend of Korra. I'm gonna hop off and get to bed soon. Congrats again. I never really was a big Star Wars fan, but I'd support you anyway. Anyway, super proud of what you've done. Talk to you soon, man. Love you, dude. Thanks for stopping by, Drew. Have a great day. Are you a fan of the old expanded universe? If so, what is your favorite story from it? I just never got into this expanded universe. I was honestly, for the longest time, pretty against just the idea of a expanded universe, whether it be canon or Legends. Because I don't know, people would be like, oh, they explain the prequels better in the books. I'm like, yeah, but I don't give a crap about the books. And then I opened up, now I have the whole collection. If you saw, it's obviously not here, but back home on my bookshelf. But I've read 4 expanded universe books, the Thrawn trilogy and Shadows of the Empire. I loved Shadows of the Empire. And I thought the Thrawn trilogy was good. I didn't think it was great. I thought it was good. But I'm just not interested. A lot of my interest in new canon comes from certain characters like Ahsoka, the sequel characters, and the Rebels characters. So I don't know if I really want to invest my time into learning all these new characters. Nothing against the EU though. Like, I fully support it. I honestly do think they should continue it in some way. Maybe not go all out like they used to, but I do think Legends does deserve to be continued. But yeah, I don't think I'd get the books, but I do think it deserves to be continued. Do you think I should start a Star Wars YouTube channel? Up to you, man. You gotta do what makes you happy. If you think you have I don't want to say talent, but if you have ideas and you want to execute on them, I think you should. I would definitely support you. You just have to let me know. So I'm not on YouTube that often. So like oftentimes I don't get to check out my friends' channels as often as I would like to. But if you would to let me know on Twitter, I would definitely check you out. If anyone here follows me on Twitter and you're afraid, please always DM me and ask me to check out a video. I will. I won't think like you're bothering me. I love checking out content. I love supporting my supporters. I miss a lot of them. So please don't be afraid to say, hey, Goldman, I posted a video. I want you to check it out. I definitely will. Thank you for telling us your story and how you met Star Wars Only. That's such a wholesome and awesome story. If it wasn't for Star Wars Only, I wouldn't have been on your channel days. Yeah. See? You take risks and you meet great people, just like I met Arthur. So yeah, always take risks. Obviously, you don't take too big of risks, but yes, always push yourself out of your comfort zone. God, I'm sweating. I gotta hop off. May the force be with you, and congrats on 300 subs. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. Thank you. I haven't read many Star Wars books, honestly, apart from the Thrawn trilogy, Darth Vader and Afro comics, and the Darth Maul comics, and from a certain point of view. They're making a new certain point of view book, by the way. I'll definitely get that one. I like the first one. If you were going to buy one hot toy, which character would it be? Claude. No. I'm pretty sure Claude is not a hot toy. Rey or Kylo? It's hard for me to say because I just don't really collect action figures. I used to collect Legos, but they're too expensive. And I focus less on like material possessions and more on just like I would buy a lot of the books. I was a completionist for the past few years, and I would read a lot of stuff I just didn't like, and I'd be wasting money. I'd devote a lot of money into books, especially the comics. I rarely genuinely enjoy a comic, so I don't buy a lot of material stuff anymore. I do try and save my money the best I can. But yeah, if I were to buy a hot toy, is there one of Rey? I honestly might consider it. Put it on my desk. Favorite book, comic from new canon. Vader comics are excellent, but I would have to say here, my runner-up is the Vader book, Lords of the Sith by Paul S. Kemp. That's a great book. I think it's my second favorite, but my favorite new canon book is Lost Stars. I think that book's excellent. Excellent love story. Also, I'm a sucker for love stories. Maybe that's why I'm such a Reylo. I'm not really a Reylo, but I do love love stories. You need to watch Hannibal, Stranger Things, and Mindhunters. I've never even heard of Mindhunters, but see, there's so many things I need to watch. It's overwhelming. What is your favorite Clone Wars arc? I like the show as a whole, but Siege of Mandalore was my favorite, and also the Mortis. Siege of Mandalore, Mortis, a lot of the basic ones, the generic ones. Umbara, the Rey, Ahsoka getting kicked out of the Order. I'd say the ending, though. I really liked Siege of Mandalore a lot, and I wish I didn't. I wish I didn't know what was going to happen. But yes, it's so good. I can watch it any day. Thank you for being so nice about supporting your supporters. That's so awesome to hear. You're amazing for that. Thank you for following me on Twitter too. I just want to, if someone's going to put in the effort to support me, I feel like I owe it to them to support them in some capacity. Obviously, one day, if I have a lot of subscribers, I'm not going to be able to talk to all of them. I'm not going to be able to follow all of them. But right now, I'm small. I feel I owe it to you guys to at least just have these conversations, talk to you guys and say thank you. Because, one day if I get bigger, maybe it'll be harder for me to have these talks with so many people. But yeah, I do owe it to you guys. So thank you. If it was one bit, it would be, bet you it would be Kylo in episode 9. Maybe we'll see. If I was to get a hot toy, it would be Kylo in episode 9. They've made many different Rey and Kylo figures. Aren't they expensive? I don't know, kind of cheap. Any animals? I do have. I'm young. I don't really have my own pets, but I do. My parents do have 2 German Shepherds that I love very much. Dungan Dungeon. I can't wait for the new box figures. I can't wait either. Me too. I am a massive Star Wars fan. I used to doubt my level of being a fan, as I never really collected Star Wars toys. Blah blah blah. But now I realize being a fan is different for everyone. Yes, that is important. If you are someone who doesn't read all the books, you don't even watch the animated shows, that doesn't mean you're not a fan. If you're someone, I once met this little girl, right? I was at a party or some kind. It was a graduation party. And I met this little girl, and she was watching the Clone Wars. I was like, oh, cool, you're watching the Clone Wars. She's like, yeah, I love Ahsoka. And I'm like, what's your favorite movie? And she said, I haven't seen any of the movies. And I was baffled. I'm like, you haven't seen any of the movies? I'm like, why are you watching Clone Wars? And she's like, oh, it's such a good show. And I'm just like, what am I going to tell her she's not a fan of Star Wars? No, of course she's a fan of Star Wars. If you like even the smallest thing, if you're someone who's never seen any of the movies, but you love like the Lego Star Wars games, you're a Star Wars fan. I feel like people put too much labels on how much you devote to it. Like how much you devote to it depends. Your level of fandom I can't speak. Your level of fandom depends on how much effort you put into the property. Like I devote so much time to Star Wars, but it doesn't mean I'm a bigger fan than any of you guys. I might be more active in it. I might spend more time with it. I might be more passionate about it, but it doesn't make me a bigger fan. If you love Star Wars, if you love one of the movies and you hate the other 10, you're a Star Wars fan. And don't let anyone tell you you're not a fan. Because gatekeeping fandom is a terrible thing. If someone tells you you aren't a fan because you like this movie or you don't like this movie, if you're someone who doesn't like George Lucas's work but you love the sequels, you're a fan. If you're someone who hates the prequels and the sequels and you love the originals, you're a fan. No one gets to gatekeep who's a fan. Everyone's a fan. I can't wait to see what Black Series Darth Nihilus looks like. I used to call him Clownface for the longest time, Darth Nihilus, because I didn't know his name. I don't even know what story he's from. Which character do you think deserves a live action show the most? My selfish side wants to see Rey. Yeah, I don't want to see. I'm against ideas of individual characters getting a show or a movie. I want to see movies about people, not a person. Like The Mandalorian, yes, it's The Mandalorian, but at the end of the day, it's about him and Baby Yoda, about these other people. I feel like if the show is about a certain character, it does limit what you can do. Like they're not going to kill the Mandalorian ever until the end of the show, if they do. So that's why I'm against, even though I don't like Rogue One, I love the concept of Rogue One so much. I wish it was done better, but I love that concept. Very expensive, but if you're buying them for detail. Yeah. How tall are you? I am 6 feet. Yes, I am 6 feet tall. Legal, yes. Check my driver's license, I'm 6 feet tall. And it doesn't matter how much you do to prove yourself to be a fan. It's simply your idea of what a fan is and how much you love the franchise. Do you know what I mean? Yeah, I agree. I won't buy that one. I'm more interested in all the Rebels. The Rebels Hot Toys look pretty good. Are those Hot Toys? I saw the toys though. Anime, if you count Avatar, but no, I'm not really into anime. I want to make a Thrawn one. I love Thrawn so much. It was great talking to you again. See you in your next live stream. Yeah, probably do one when I'm at 400. I think I'm at 317 right now. So yeah, I'll see you guys when I'm at 400 subs. You could also always see me on Star Wars Only's channel when we do those every Friday. But yeah, thank you, Giants fan, so much for I'm pretty sure you've been to all my streams. So thank you again so much. It was great seeing you again. See you later. Or I'm gonna hop off in a few minutes. So yeah, I'll answer these last few comments. Thank you for your comment on being a Star Wars fan. That was so reassuring, and I really appreciate it. As someone who's been a fan since I was a little kid, I should never down myself, silly me. You're a kid. When I was a kid, I had silly notions too. I used to be, there was this edgy period where I was so anti-prequels. I was like, you like the prequels, man? You just don't like good movies, I guess. Now, I was really condescending about that. But now I realize it's I might not understand people's opinions. I do not understand how someone can say Revenge of the Sith is their favorite movie. I don't understand it, but I don't need to. I don't need to understand it. People love that movie, and I'm so glad they do. I think that's what people should realize more. You don't need to understand people's opinions. You should just respect them regardless. Obviously there's certain opinions that are not good. But you should respect people's different opinions, especially those with different opinions. I don't know what would be cool. How is this font? It's hard to read. Not sure what your joke was. Thoughts on the High Republic? Are you happy with the place, the timeline they chose? I would prefer the Old Republic, but I'm interested in the High Republic. I think there's potential there. We'll see. I'm gonna get the books though. Those are books I will get. Every night when I fall asleep, my boyfriend plays. That is not good. We've all been there with edgy prequel phase. Yes, that is true. Revenge of the Sith is overrated in terms of storyline. Sorry, I'm a little. Oh God. Griffin, what are you doing? Yes, I guess it is a little overrated, but people love it, and that's what's most. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. All right, it's been an hour. Thank you guys so much for tuning in. I love you guys so much for tuning in. Thank you guys. 300 subs means a lot. I am gonna go take a shower now because I am drenched in sweat. Answer last question. All right. Oh. All right. I'll talk to you guys later. Thank you so much for tuning in. See you guys.